Hello everyone, welcome back. Another Q&A. How are you doing? Right, everything should be good. Am I muted? That's the main question. I don't seem to be. We are on Complete Saga this week because if you remember, if you're in the last stream, we completed The Force Awakens for the second time. First time on the stream, but second time, which was fun. So we are back on Complete Saga. How you doing, Tyler, Dan, Frank, Damien, Mohammed, Ryan, XLS, Ellis, Connor, Brian? How you doing, everyone? Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm not muted. That's a good start, isn't it, for once? Game Awards, obviously, this week. Nothing confirmed as of yet. Also, more new clips. I think since the last stream, actually, we've had two. So last time I streamed, we had the Chewbacca clip. Since then, we've had the Obi-Wan clip, which, honestly, out of the three is probably the worst. All of them are great, but the Obi-Wan clip is probably the worst because it's kind of just continued footage from the trailer that was probably cut from the trailer, actually. It looks like a trailer shot. Whereas the other two, so the other one we've had since then, the Han Solo and Hoth, my personal favourite, actually. But they actually look like they've just been taken in-game. I mean, especially the Han Solo one. That is clearly just in a level or in a hub world, and they've shot that, which is it's brilliant to see stuff like that. I hope we get more of it. They are only tiny clips, but honestly, it's some type of marketing, and I am loving it. I'd much prefer clips like the Chewie and the Han one over the Obi-Wan clip. If we do get extended clips from cutscenes and stuff, I don't mind it. I'm just saying I prefer like the Chewie and Han one. The music shouldn't be on here. Just let me check that. Music is off, right? That's good. How you doing, Harrison, Master Brawl, John, Jalen, Neon, Mohammed, Mike, Dan? Right, we'll get into questions anyway, guys. Starting off with Dan, because you're the first one I see. You know that clip they recently posted of Ghost Obi-Wan eating something? Many people called it something different. I thought it was a sandwich. So in my video, I actually didn't call it anything. I just said food because I know how picky people can be in the comments. I didn't want people to start saying, oh, it's not a sandwich, it's... I don't know. I don't actually know what it is, and to be honest, it's not something I particularly care about, what he's eating. It looks like some type of sandwich or maybe a wrap or something like that. I can't tell you for certain. We may need confirmation, but it's fine as far as I'm concerned, whatever it is. It's that little comedy they like in the cutscenes. I can just imagine Yoda's probably saying something to Luke in the cutscenes, and he probably thinks Force Ghost Obi-Wan is taking in every word, and then he's probably just eating. So that's the joke there. I don't mind it, like I said. Anything in my eyes. All marketing is good marketing. We say that. There probably is some type of bad marketing. So set for Lego Star Wars: Skywalker Saga. Me too, Mike. Me too. You thought it was a sandwich? I'd have to take. I think it was a sandwich, but I'd have to take a look at it. It really, like I said, the Obi-Wan clip was not my favorite clip, and it's the clip I paid like the least amount of attention to. So when I saw it, I really did just skip past it straight away. When I saw that the Han Solo one for me was the one where I was just taking it in, like seeing how nice Hoth looked and everything like that. I am trying to get True Jedi here as well, so I'm sorry I'm spending too much time in the first room. We will get through it. It just saves coming back and doing it if we can pull it off, because I think the first level actually is pretty easy to get True Jedi on, so it saves coming back and doing it. How you doing, Sarah? Good to see you. You recently completed the Complete Saga. It's a great experience. It's always like, even though I say the Clone Wars is my favourite Lego Star Wars game, I think the better experience is this one just because of the nostalgia. But all the Lego games are fun to complete, but there is, I think, just something about the Complete Saga. And the big question is, especially for us that grew up with the Complete Saga, or even if you didn't grow up with it, if it's just one of your favourite Lego games, is is the Skywalker Saga actually going to overtake it? Because I think not for a lot of people. Not because I think Skywalker Saga is going to be bad. I just, in a lot of cases, it's like, for example, the old Battlefronts, which I didn't play. I know that's a crime, but I didn't play them. But to a lot of people, even though like the graphics and the insane looking maps and everything in the new Battlefronts, they prefer the old ones. And I think it might be like that for a lot of people with LEGO Star Wars, including me. I think no matter what in like the new game, it may be difficult for it to overtake this one in my eyes. We'll have to see. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But the Skywalker Saga could have everything, absolutely everything in existence, and it still may struggle to overtake this one for me. We'll have to see though. How you doing, Craig? If there's supposed to be the Game Awards, shouldn't they have announced it? So if the game was supposed to be at the Game Awards, shouldn't they have announced it already? Look, guys, my honest opinion on the Game Awards, I'll say straight away, just so people don't think I think something's coming, is I honestly don't think there's going to be something there. The marketing lately has probably taken the percentage up a bit in my eyes, but I still don't think. We have to bear it in mind, but in terms of would they have announced it yet or not, the fact is they announced this year's appearance at Gamescom. I think it was like, it was on the Friday, wasn't it? It was on the Thursday or the Friday, so it was like maybe a week before, a few days before. But in 2020 they announced the game being at Gamescom a day before. So they really can leave it late. If they come out and confirm, this is the problem, they never come out and confirm when it won't be there. They only come out and confirm when it is there. So if we were somehow to get like some confirmation that it's not going to be there, obviously that answers all our questions and saves us a whole lot of time. But my honest guess is I don't think we're going to get anything at the Game Awards. I think the safest way to look at it is I'd be very surprised if we don't get like a clip, one of these like 11-second clips or whatever on Christmas or Christmas Eve, on New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. We may get one then as well. I would suspect like them. There's much more chance of that coming. I think we can all really guess that, because they're really getting one out for every occasion. Even winter, which is more of a season than like an event, isn't it? They even got one out for the start of winter. Tomorrow it will be a week since we've had the last clip. So we've not had that. Look, there could be something tomorrow. I really don't know. Once again, there doesn't seem to be any specific time or date these clips are getting posted, but it will be a week tomorrow if we get anything. Do some more questions here. I'm just wondering when the game comes out. Are you going to do a playthrough of the game? As usual, if you are, then I'll be there to give support. Thank you, Neon. And most likely, because I got a lot of videos planned, I feel like the Let's Plays are the basic things that most people just want to play through it themselves. So I'll be playing through it, definitely, but I'll be doing that live on stream. I can't rule out that I'll do videos, but I very much doubt I'll do videos playing through it. That will probably all be done on stream, and then videos, there's going to be a lot, trust me. I've got like, I want to say over 100, but I think it's nearly 100. I don't think I've quite got 100 videos planned yet. But there will be, I assure you. Unless something could go drastically wrong. You can never rule it out. Hello Sonic, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you guys. If you are new, be sure to like and subscribe. Would appreciate it. Do you think the hub worlds will be smaller so they can make more? Some people have said that the planet Ray is on looks small. So Jakku. The thing is, when it comes down to what comments they've made, it's like one they made about Mos Eisley Cantina. The Mos Eisley Cantina isn't the Tatooine hub world, it's just one small part of a bigger hub world. I'm not expecting the hub worlds to be ginormous, but I'm expecting them to be a good size. I wouldn't expect them to be tiny. I know I can't really sit here and give specifics because we've really not seen, but it's like if you go back to my demo video, the demo that was released at E3 2019, and a guy who played it talked me through what was there, and from how he was describing it to me, Tatooine itself seemed pretty big, but Tatooine would seem pretty big, wouldn't it, because it's Tatooine. I don't think it will be entirely consistent, as in I don't think every planet will have to be the same size as the next. A planet like Tatooine and Coruscant may get more in it than Endor, for example. or Hoth. I mean, Hoth, apart from Echo Base, you'll probably be able to explore a bit of the snowy landscape, as we've seen with like Han and the Tauntaun, but I'd expect the majority of Hoth to be inside Echo Base, honestly. The file size updates, so I did make this as clear as possible in my video, but a lot of people were still panicking. There's a door back here, so we're going to go back and get it, but a lot of people were still panicking about the file size, and a few people sent me images. Like, at this point, don't believe these file sizes on Xbox, because some people, I've had photographic evidence of this as well, some people are getting like 700 on there. There's really just a bit of an error there, inconsistencies. The game, what was it, the one I covered in the latest video, it was like 140 something, I believe. Don't even stress yourself out about that. Like, what games am I going to have to delete to install this? It's not going to be that much. And people start saying, oh, about the Switch as well. Like, the Switch will have different file sizes, I very much think. Be worried if not. How you doing, boss mode? Have I seen all the new LEGO sets coming in January or mentioned for release in 2022? Yep, I have. I actually got this week, after many, I suppose, trials. I wanted the UCS gunship. I had decided against it in the end. I wanted the Cantina. I decided against it. I actually got my first UCS set this week ever, which is great. And I've seen some of the sets coming out next year. The Hoth ones, they look pretty cool, actually. But I'm going to try, obviously I've linked the second channel at the top. I'm going to try and, I've got some clips actually coming out on that this week. Maybe we'll try some other stuff on there, who knows. Right, where's TC14 gone? TC, report to me, where are you? You in here still? No, she's gone back to the door, hasn't she? Have I walked past her? I'm taking ages on one level because I'm just trying to get everything. I know I got True Jedi, but I want to make sure we've got everything possible. Hrothgar Deng is probably Dengar. Yeah, it probably is. I know you don't think so, Tyler, but Hrothgar Deng is most likely Dengar. Weird if he wasn't Dengar. Right, let's go in here. TC is just going to go all the way back. Should have remembered that. Do you know Dengar from episode 5? What do you think of Hrothgar Deng in episode 9? So that's the original thing that's got us talking about it, I guess. It's a weird one. I think it is Dengar, like I've said. I think it says in the novelization that he's had like different surgeries to keep himself alive and stuff. If that's not Dengar, then there's a serious issue, because why would you make a character so similar in name, in appearance, in clothing, just to say it's not Dengar? We need someone on that, don't we? I believe. Oh, TC's joined us, but probably because you've been teleported here. I don't think TC doesn't want to be here. Look at her. Look at her trying to get through the door. No, you're staying here. Stand on it, Qui-Gon. What do I think the game file size is? I don't know. I don't want to guess. I don't want to guess and then worry people. It's really up in the air. I don't know. I don't want to say. But I don't think it's over 100. Definitely not near 150 or whatever that one was. 140 something, wasn't it? It was just short of 150. Right, 3 out of 10. I don't think you can get all mini kit. Well, you can't, because there's another door here that we couldn't do. I don't believe there's any other doors for her. So, we shall proceed. In England, if you buy the game from Smith's Toys, you get a free mini Snowspeeder. I've seen that one. I think I covered that back when it happened. There's a few, like the official pre-order bonuses are like the Han in Carbonite case, the Luke minifigure, but certain stores do have these different promos of like the Snowspeeder and stuff. But I don't think any of those sets, to my knowledge, are new. they just kind of reused as promos to say in a way buy from us and not this other store. Release date, wish I could give you one. There was a tweet from one of the developers, and I will cover it in my next video. Look, I tried to get, even like with these clips we've been getting, I tried to get a few pieces of info into each video. With the clips, it's like I don't want to upload a video on just an 11-second clip, but it is footage and it is something people want to see regardless. But there's a tweet from one of the developers, which I'm going to include in my next video, hopefully with a clip to go alongside it. And in it, he says that he saw something at work which made him tear up. And he quotes Han Solo, it's true, all of it. So it's more than likely Skywalker Saga related, but we'll talk about it in the next video. I have a theory, what if the Skywalker Saga releases early like Halo got a surprise release? The reason why I'm saying this is because we've been getting Twitter posts. There's that, and look, it crossed my mind for a bit, like could they people were saying it in my comments, like imagine it releases this year, and I did think about it, but look, a lot of the people buying this game are kids, and they'll probably, you know, they'll get asked like, what do you want for Christmas? They've probably got like their Christmas presents sorted by now. Like, it's a bit late notice, isn't it, to release it this year? So I think very early spring. I think things are really looking on track. If you notice with what happened last year, they weren't posting. It was like, of course, us hardcore fans remember the game exists, but you wouldn't be surprised how many people in my comments every video saying they forgot about the game. Because what they did last year and not posting was, like I say, we all remembered what was going on and the game exists, but the vast majority don't. They forget, they have other games to focus on. So what they're doing now is making sure anyone who's forgot actually remembers with these little posts, and I think it's all coming together for it to release on time in 2022. I think mid-spring, this April 5th date, I'm not saying I believe it's it, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was. In no way would it surprise me. I honestly really think it could be. Oh, we don't have R2, do we? Too bad. What do I think about real Lego sets? Depends which ones. I think some over the last few years have been not to the standard they once were. I think they make a lot of the same. For example, like Luke's land speeder. I think that's a bit of a meme now, isn't it? Luke's land speeder is a joke. But overall, once again, it would depend on which one. Ask me about a particular one. When you were trying to get that mini kit, if you double jump and attack, you can actually get a little more height. I saw a video about this recently. Like that. Yeah, you do go. I think that's what you mean. Hello, Solo Case. I think that I saw a video about this the other day. I think it was like a YouTube short or something. Maybe I could. I don't think I can get back up there now, can I? I'll have to see. But yeah, that's a thing. You get a tiny bit more height. Has this always been known, or is it just recently people have noticed this? Hello Dan, good to see you back. How are you doing? Why is the stream unlisted? Shouldn't be. I mean, I don't think it is, because there wouldn't be 60 people if usually when things like that happen, it's like 2 people manage to get in or something. It's not unlisted. Just let me know. Anyone else? It shouldn't be. Do you think we'll get coloration with what? Super A? Unless you've left another comment, which I can't see. Your YouTube's probably messy. This shouldn't be unlisted. You've always known about it. I didn't until I saw like this short a few days ago, and I should have tried it then. Silly me. Which month do you think Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga will come out? I think there's a case for April. I really do. I don't. Once again, I don't like saying it. I really don't. When I saw the April 5th date, I honestly thought this could be true. I don't want to say it's flat out true because we just don't know. And the fact is, even if April 5th got confirmed, there's still no proof that that leak was ever the correct day. But I honestly think it's possible. But how many times have we thought something's possible and it doesn't happen? So, can we destroy this? Nope. Making sure we get everything possible. But look, it will save us in the long term when we come back to negotiations. So it's all good in my eyes. You don't think we'll get anything? Yeah, I'm saying with you there. I honestly don't. I really don't think the Game Awards is going to happen. I want it to, but I don't think it will happen. I always forget what to do at this part, to be honest. With those things, oh, we need to get on this. Is it going to come back? Yeah, we need to push it again now, don't we? Silly me. I mean, TC14 has become magnetic, right? Oh no, and then this one, yes. Silly me. Need to be quicker with that. So, do I think your theory could be true? Let me check what your theory was again, because I remember reading it. A surprise release? No, I don't. No, I hope in my head, but no, I sadly do not think so. Now that one's not on. Oh dear. Do you think we'll be able to play as the training droid? You mean the small little ball? No, I don't think you'll be able to play as it. They'll be in the game, but I don't think you'll be able to play as it now. I think everyone's got caught up in these images releasing. Once again, when I first saw these images releasing, I did think this increases the chance of something being at the Game Awards. And it does, but that doesn't mean it increases it by a lot. It could increase it by like 2%. Just the fact that they're being active increases something. And that's it. I've missed the jump. Quick, Qui-Gon, quick! Oh my god, Qui-Gon. Oh my god, Qui-Gon. Come on. You got it. You got it. You nearly messed that up for me there. You got to be quicker. This is a complete saga. We're back. We completed Force Awakens. Finally. Do you think Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga will be better than Complete Saga? I was actually talking about this, Photis, and in terms of gameplay, in terms of mechanics, yes, without a doubt. Even if the game gets many things wrong, which is bound to get something wrong, but say it gets everything wrong in the idea of Lego Star Wars fans' minds, even then it will be a better game mechanically and graphics wise. But will it be a better game in terms of what it means to us, nostalgia? I don't think to a lot of people it will, even myself. Well, I think that's a fair point. It's like I said earlier, a lot of people prefer the older Battlefronts over the new, and I know there's a case for content in that, but graphics these days, the time that goes into that can take up a lot. Right, that is about, how many did we get? 5. So everything you can do on free play, unless I'd used that jumping glitch, we could have got 6. This will be my last stream before the Game Awards, because the Game Awards is on Thursday, so it's on the 9th of December, but unless I've not checked this right, which I'll double check anyway before we stream, but it will be on the, so it'll be like that late at night that it's actually on the 10th of December for us, but it's on the 9th in America, essentially. How much do I think the game would cost on stream? On Steam, sorry. The same as what a regular game costs on there, so the deluxe edition will be that £10, $10 or whatever country you're in. Maybe different currency, dearer, but it'll be your standard gaming price, which is what these days? It's 50 at one point, is it 60 now? I don't even know. But it'll be what your standard game costs. I need to override one of these. Oh, wait, can we do a new save? Yeah. Perfect. It's 1 AM GMT. Thank you, Thailand. How are you doing as well? Welcome. There's 1 AM GMT. Oh, I thought it was 12 PM actually, but either way, I know it's late, so hardly makes the difference. It's not ideal, obviously, to be staying up to stream it. I'll take things into consideration. If we're getting to Thursday and things haven't really changed from where they are now, we may not stream it. Because I keep saying I'm not actually disillusioned by all this marketing. I do think it's increased the chances a slight bit, but overall, I don't... If I had to put money on it, I would say it's not going to be there. I can be wrong. I can be right, I can be wrong. So, don't hold me to that. What if we could see Mario or Kirby or even Indiana Jones? Indiana Jones, I always thought was possible, but Dan actually filled me in on this one. That Lego don't have the rights to Indiana Jones anymore. I wouldn't have known that, not because when you go into the Lego store you don't see like Indiana Jones. I just thought because there's no Indiana Jones current movies, I know they're working on one. I just thought that was why, but they actually don't have the rights to it. So in that case I don't think he will be. I think the best crossover we're going to get is George Lucas, and you could argue that's not really a crossover because he made 1 to 6. He was the founder. We're not going to be able to do this because it's got one of those things on you got to shoot the boards, so kind of pointless really. Yeah, but as he says there, no Indiana Jones because of licensing. So doubtful. Mario really isn't going to happen. I know Lego have the rights to Mario these days, don't they? But with Indiana Jones it's a bit different because Indiana Jones is a Lucasfilm property, Star Wars is a Lucasfilm property. That's why that crossover happened. And look, I'd have to get into licensing about this, and even I don't understand all of it, but I was surprised that because Lego had the rights to Star Wars, they didn't have the rights to Indiana Jones. But I take it, even though they're both Lucasfilm, they're different things that they have to have the licensing for and pay for, so it's not a big... I don't even watch Indiana Jones. I need to because everyone tells me it's great, but it's no big deal to me, but to the ones who wanted to maybe see him on there. Oh dear. Very neat Qui-Gon. Yeah, Indiana Jones was the complete saga because they had the rights back then. They don't now. Do you think we'll get young Tarkin, I'm guessing you mean, in the game, as he appeared at the end of episode 3? Yeah, it's possible. The Bad Batch character pack as well. I doubt Tarkin's going to be one of the characters in that. Look, if they're going to include an Imperial, it's much more going to be Rampart, isn't it? But young Tarkin will probably appear in one of the cutscenes. That ending cutscene for Revenge... Oh, it's not the ending one, but one of the ending ones, isn't it? I don't even know if I want to bother with all these flowers because I'm losing more studs doing them all. Unless it's some sort of a mini kit, which there's 2 here, isn't there? I don't think we can reach that one without Jar Jar, which we get after this, so that's helpful. We'll see. We might be able to reach it, or can we not? We can't jump on this, can we? Oh, I did it. They say the freedom to fully immerse yourself in the LEGO Star Wars universe like never before, so it would have to be really different to the other games. Yeah, it's going to be the biggest LEGO game of all time. It's going to have a lot of similar features, and it's going to have a lot of different... But they say things like that anyway to make it sound epic. Not to say it's not epic, by the way. They just say stuff like that to make it sound even more epic. Fully immerse yourself in the Star Wars universe like never before. You gotta love it. No, nothing wrong with that type of marketing, by the way. I'm just saying I'd really see it a lot. Alright, we're not bothering with these flowers because I can't be bothered with the droids. What if George doesn't want to be in the game? I don't think they were going to even ask George. But if he doesn't, I think George Lucas has probably got more things on his mind than am I going to be in a LEGO Star Wars game. But if he was sat there at home one day, which I very much doubt, and he was thinking, do I want to be in this Lego Star Wars game? And he didn't want to be. Then he'd probably just contact his friends at Lucasfilm, and they'd listen to him there. Do you still think that Mandalorian will be a DLC? Yeah, 2 character packs confirmed. They can't go back on it, and there'd be no reason for as well for it not to be. So I'm looking forward to it. The Mandalorian really grew on me in the second season. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, actually, believe it or not, in the first season, but really grew on me in the end, and I like the second season quite a bit. I just wanted to throw in briefly the leaked 150GB doesn't seem so impossible to me when you think about the content of the game. The thing is, Niso, I've been getting a lot of comments on the video, and people sent me screenshots as well. I know Already Dead actually sent one. Tyler, you may have seen that in the server. What was on it? I think it was him. Somebody sent one, and there was like a ridiculous amount on there. But people have been sending pictures of and then commenting like amounts of how much the game, how big the storage of the game is, and some of it's been like 700. It's been ridiculous amounts, and I doubt it's a troll when various different people are commenting it. So I just wouldn't believe any, even if it's one that sounds about right. I just wouldn't believe it, because everybody's getting different ones, and it's always on Xbox as well. We're not getting anything for anything else. So if you're like a PlayStation player, for example, you really don't need to be believing any of this. The Switch as well, you don't need to be believing any of this. Now remember to like and subscribe, guys. Approaching 80 likes. I would appreciate it. Jar Jar, I need you up here to get those blues. Hopefully we can still pull off a true Jedi, even though I missed a lot of flowers. The Game Awards is on Thursday, but promo marketing has slowed down. Morgan, look, again, I don't think it's going to be at the Game Awards. If you honestly asked me to put money on it, I would say it's not going to be there. But in terms of the marketing, we've had no clear kind of schedule to what days, what time. Even the times have been different, which usually there's some consistency with the times of promo, but there's been none of that either. But it'll be a week tomorrow that there's been no photo if they don't post one, or no clip. Now maybe if they post one tomorrow, I'm not trying to get people's hopes up for it, but like I've said in my videos, you should keep an eye on the social medias as much as you can, check a few times a day maybe. But if they were to post one tomorrow and it was to be at the same time as last week, that could indicate that's going to be our day every Monday. If there's nothing tomorrow, it could indicate things have gone quiet. It's over a week, because there was a less than a week gap between the Obi-Wan clip and the Hoth clip. In fact, they came quite close together, and I was thinking to myself, there's a possibility they could really ramp this up now. And now they've just gone completely quiet again, I suppose, if there's nothing tomorrow over a week. But at the end of the day, the 3 clips, what do they all have in common? Life Day, Thanksgiving, Winter. They are 3 very different seasons. One is fictional. One is, predominantly American. Thanksgiving over here in Britain, non-existent. And one is Winter, which is not even really event. It's a more of a season. But the fact is, they're taking every opportunity with any sort of event they can put their finger on to post something. So in that case, there may not be a schedule, and that may be the closest. In that case, you get something Christmas Eve / Christmas Day and New Year's Eve / New Year's Day. Alright, I'm not going to risk any more studs to get that. Oh, I forgot about that. Those could be the studs that throw away my true Jedi. Those could really be the studs that throw away my true Jedi. Because it gets difficult around this part. I always remember when I'm playing it first time round, I never get true Jedi on this level. I get close. In the shop on the website, it says Game is the only third-party retailer in the UK where you can pre-order physical copies of LEGO Star Wars Carbonite Edition. Yeah, it's a Game exclusive, the Carbonite Edition. I think I could get that. There's the thing is, there's an invisible wall there, and it's more studs down the drain, and we know how to get it. It's through that hole with a smaller character, so I think I'm going to pass on that one. You reckon 80-ish gigabyte size? Possible. Again, I don't want to put a finger on it, because we could really be off with it completely. Even though we're told this is the biggest LEGO game of all time and everything, we know it is. I don't doubt them on that. That still really doesn't give us an indication of what the size is. I mean, the biggest LEGO game of all time is LEGO Dimensions, am I correct? So, what's the size of that? I suppose you can say it's going to be more than that. But we still don't know what the cutoff point is. Jump. What's up here? Nothing. Need a bounty hunter for that. We force those flowers. 80 likes, thank you, everyone. Right, let's find another comment. So winter is technically an event, yeah, which marks the start of winter. However, the winter solstice has not happened yet, so I don't know what they were celebrating there. Winter starts at the... Wait, it's the end of November, isn't it? I don't know, because once again... Am I strange for doing this, or is this just normal? I don't really pay attention to when a season starts because the weather is so strange. There was points in October this year where it was still really hot. So even though, look, by the end it normalised, but I suppose you could say normalised. At this point, what is normal weather? But I more pay attention, like, how does it feel outside? To me, that's what season we're in. Like, there's been points where we've had snow in April. I'm not trying to say thick snow where it's stuck to the ground and it's so many feet high, but there's been snow falling sometimes in April. So am I supposed to listen to when seasons begin at this point? Am I the only one that just does it like that, or is that weird? I don't know. Do you think there'll be a reference to anything else by Lucas in the game? The alien from E.T., he's in the Senate chamber, isn't he? Possible. If we're going to get in-depth shots of the Senate chamber, then maybe. I'd like that, actually. The fact that they're making Yaddle gives me a lot of hope. It really does. Because she's so obscure, but at the same time I think, well, really, they just use Yoda's headpiece, didn't they, and alter a few things, so maybe Yaddle isn't as complex as we first thought of a character. If we're seeing the two Jedi I think of is Oppo Rancisis, Yariel Poof. So the Yariel Poof, the one with the long neck, who's not a Kaminoan, so, because I know we have Kaminoans in the game. Yariel Poof's a bit of a longer neck, I believe. And then Yariel Poof, the one with the big tail. If we're getting characters like that on the council, then fair play, because they're gonna, especially Oppo Rancis is probably gonna need a new model, new leg piece. Sonic, I may read your comment. Hang on. Even though I think I'm getting it to everything, there's always one. Always one I forget. I say one, probably a lot. Where is it? There it is. I feel like TT Games can only release 3 images / short clips at a certain time after the first and second trailer they release. After the first and second trailer they released, they only shared the trailer with 3 shots. The only difference, that is a point, and it's something that crossed my mind, because I was thinking, how many shots did we get after each first trailer? Or each of the trailers that we've had at Gamescom. The only difference here, and the only bit of hope I suppose we can hang on to, is that this is completely new footage. And however small it is, because once again, it's like that Obi-Wan clip. The Obi-Wan clip, to me, in terms of the clip itself, is nothing special. It's the meaning there, that it was our second lot of new footage, that someone is having to approve this. It's not just the case of cutting something from the trailer. Someone is having to approve this, and that's what I think is enticing a lot of us here. These clips aren't something to be overlooked, no matter how small they are. They can release a clip tomorrow of let's take the first shot of the trailer from 2020 where Luke is on Dagobah. They could release a shot of like a few seconds after that where he's in the same position. Maybe it's just from a different angle. Doesn't matter. It's a new shot, and that in itself says a lot more than the actual clip, is it? The actual clip offers us, I suppose. Right, 2 true Jedis. I think we're going to leave the rest of these flowers and go for the pond, the lake, whatever you want to call it. I mean, we'll get these ones, why not? It's a success. Do you think Lucasfilm Games logo will appear as it was not announced? It will probably appear. What games have we had since Lucasfilm Games was announced? Squadrons was before it, wasn't it? So we can't judge that. Hunters, I checked with Star Wars Hunters. I don't play it, but if it's on there. Lego Star Wars Battles, that is technically already released and they re-released it, so I don't know. What about Star Wars Castaways? Lego Star Wars Castaways. Hearing good things about that, because Lego Star Wars Battles, I did play it actually. And I'm not one for mobile games personally, but it was alright. A bit bland, but Star Wars Castaways, Lego Star Wars Castaways, hearing a lot of good things about it. We've got 7 mini-kits there on free play. That is saving us a lot of time, guys. Coming back, so that's good. Yariel Poof is a Quamarian, don't know how to say that. But George Lucas didn't put Yariel Poof in episode 2 because he was worried people would think he was Kaminoan. It is interesting how he decided to create an alien race very similar to one that just sat on the council, but it's George Lucas, we let him go with it. How you doing, Grayson? Did you see? I did see Tim Sensor's tweet, Sonic. I will cover that in a video when we have more. I know there's a few people in the comments I've seen you saying I'm just uploading videos on clips. Like, I always try to get something else in the video. And I will continue to upload, even if it is just a video on a clip, because I feel the clips are important, it's new footage. But in terms of this tweet, even though it's very likely that it is Skywalker Saga related, there's no direct confirmation, and because it is so vague, I would rather have something else in the video of note to go alongside it. So I will cover it, but it will be in the next video. Hopefully there's a clip tomorrow. I pray there's a clip tomorrow. And then we can talk about that tweet as well. But look, that tweet is undoubtedly about Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. But even if it is, even if he directly said it's about Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, we really don't know what that is, because I doubt it's the game going gold, which means when it's ready to be sold and they're putting it onto discs and all that stuff. I doubt it's that, because then they probably would have delayed it to like early 2022, as in like if you release games in January, maybe not. But even then, I doubt it's the game going gold. Could be a new trailer, but I don't know if a trailer would make him cry, because we've already had trailers. So maybe it's a trailer with a release date, maybe it's something to do with a release date, but even then, the tweet doesn't cement anything. So we will cover it. We just need something else right now. Hopefully a few other things. As much as possible, because I've been covering every single bit of news, and we'll continue to do so, because I know, like myself, a lot of you do enjoy it, do enjoy finding out every bit. But can I say how fun it's actually been having, no matter how small it is, just a tiny bit of new footage, and honestly what that new footage brings, the fact that it's communication, the fact that it gives us hope that they do remember we're out here and the game exists. So all those, the people saying it was cancelled, I can't blame them for thinking that way. Especially when you're a kid, because you must be thinking, like, what the hell is going on? This has been a year. When you're a kid feels like a lot longer than a year. So essentially what's going to end up being 3 years for an announcement at this rate, what that must feel like. But just the overall communication, having something new to share, and the possibilities, and just the kind of hype it brings as well. I love it. Hello movie and TV review, good to see you guys. If you are new, we're on 90 likes, we're approaching 100. Remember to keep subscribing as well, I would appreciate it very much. Do you think Darth Maul's death will be the same as the previous game, or will they add something to show he lived on? They have to reflect what happens in the movie, but the fact is in the movie, okay? When it was never the plan, was it, for Darth Maul to still be alive? I think George Lucas has even said he never expects him to be so popular. But when Darth Maul's falling down that hole, his eyes are open. He pulls quite a weird face, actually. If you stop it when my cousin pointed this out to me once, but if you stop it when he's falling, he makes this really weird face. But I suppose the man's been cut in half, so can you blame him? But he's well and truly alive when he's falling, and that's as much as you need. So as long as they copy that, I wouldn't suspect them to do anything different with it. I mean, if you're just a movie watcher as well, which there's a lot of people out there who are, Maul is dead. And it doesn't really matter who comes back if you're only a movie watcher, because you'll never see them. Do you think LEGO Star Wars: Skywalker Saga will have any other DLCs? In terms of... It's hard to work out because of how LEGO worked with their DLC in past. Like, take for example the Force Awakens, the confirmed DLC is all you got and there was no live service. And if there was going to be live service with this game, I think we'd know by now. But they could do free stuff, but in terms of like what you get for pre-ordering the game, and even though this isn't confirmed yet, the fact that all these character packs will probably release individually at different times, they'll probably stretch it out like live service. I just wouldn't expect anything more. I know we're wanting our Book of Boba Fett and an Obi-Wan show, but the fact is when this game was announced and originally supposed to come out, those things to public knowledge were not a thing. I know Bad Batch wasn't either, but what can you do there? Look, I think if the game had released on time, the Bad Batch character pack may not have been a thing, or it may have been one of those where they say like, here's the character packs, there's also one more to be confirmed, maybe something like that. Is there a set release date or just spring? Just spring so far, but I think it's looking very likely that it is spring and not summer. Well, I don't know what I was talking about. I think only as early as the last Q&A, which was about 2 weeks ago, that they could push for something like very late spring, so early summer, where they can get away with it because it's so close together. But now more than ever, I just think it will be spring. I think for their own sakes as well. Like, you can't go delaying the game again. I know the circumstances of how the world's kind of been turned upside down and people have had to go working from home, but even then, you should just be saying coming soon, not giving dates. So I think they know they have to meet this. I knew you were going to die there, Padme. You can't make it through, can you? Is the other blue still here? It's gone. How are we doing for True Jedi? We're not doing great, but it's possible. We could get it. I know I've just come back to where I started, but look, we've got to pick up everything we possibly can if we want to get True Jedi here. So I apologise. I mean, there's another rooftop here we can jump onto, so we got to do it. Do you think LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga DLC will show up on the eShop? Like, the DLC, the best way I can put it will be that it's most likely the DLC will be sold separately as individual packs, just like they did with Force Awakens. So there'll probably be different places selling it. We don't know that for sure, but I would very much doubt it. But either way, the fact is, it will no doubt be cheaper to buy the game, to buy the deluxe edition and get all the packs with it than buy the game and buy all the DLC packs separately. Now, it's completely understandable that not everyone can do that, and you may only be able to get the standard edition for whatever reason and get the DLC packs later, and that's absolutely fine. But if you are in a position where you can get the deluxe edition, get it, because you're going to end up paying more getting the standard edition and then buying the DLC packs. I'm not saying you're going to be paying hundreds more, it won't come to much more, but it will be more either way. bloody noises Padme makes. Remember the first time I played this game, like the memory always comes back to me. Because I'm not doing this on purpose, by the way. I'm trying to get it. It goes in there, doesn't it? I'll have to see. But the noises she makes annoys me because it's such a joke at this point, and I don't even find it funny. Yet I bring it up. Right, we're not going to be able to complete this, so there's no point doing it because we need to be able to destroy the other things to do it. That's a Sith one, so we can't do that. There's a mini kit back here. See, look at that knowledge. I think at this point I really do know my mini kits. Like, there's very few mini kits on this game that I don't know where they are. Darth Maul was at the end of Solo, yep. So yeah, I suppose you're going off what I said about if you watch the movies. That's a point. That's a fair point. Unfortunately, a lot of people didn't watch Solo, and I know it's picked up a lot more, I suppose, viewership now. A lot of people have watched it a few years on and love it, which is great because I think it's my favourite Disney Star Wars movie by a long way. I think it's fantastic, but yeah, I suppose if you do watch all the movies and you've watched the spin-offs, you all know Darth Maul is alive then. So that's a good point. Thank you for correcting me on that. Now, how could I forget? Because I love Darth Maul in Solo. Like, I know it sounds so generic, but it is my favourite scene. And that's not to undermine the rest of the movie. It's not to say if he wasn't in the movie, the rest would be bad. It wouldn't. Solo's a very, very good movie, in my opinion. But that's my favourite scene as someone who loves Darth Maul. How many studs do you expect to lose when you die? Not 4 blues, although the way they do it is sometimes you lose a bunch of gold and silvers and it doesn't look that bad, but the fact is they amount to those blues. But it looks nicer when it's a few golds and silvers than it does when it's 4 blues. So can we just do it where I lose golds and silvers so I can sleep well at night? 8 likes off 100, guys. Let's try and get it. Do you think the damage Anakin? Do you think that damage Anakin will be playable? So battle damage. It depends. There's different ones because there's in Lego Star Wars: The Clone Wars. You can play as like burnt Anakin from Episode 3, but he's got legs and everything, and it's just like his clothes are the burnt, which is pretty cool. I like. Look, it's a Lego game. We don't have to be specific with. He didn't have legs at the time, and how would you play as him if he's got no legs? Have him crawling on the floor is. I think that's a bit far. So that one, yeah, we've also got the fact that battle damaged or helmetless Vader, we could say, is on the cover for the deluxe edition. I'd just be very surprised if it's not playable in the game. It'd be really cool. No, we can't get over there. So don't. I thought it a glitch then, because there's a few in this game. There's a few. Where it randomly just takes you out and there's nothing you can do. How you doing, Belcar? How many studs do you expect? I read that one. You know what I need to do? You're right, Tyler, and I forgot to fix it. I need to slow down the Nightbot, because when the chat is slower, Nightbot does take over. And that may be turning people away as well, so I will fix that for the next stream. I apologise. It's just the fact that when we have like a busy stream, which I suppose is few and far between right now with the current state of news and stuff, but when we do have a busy stream, the comments feel like they never show up, so I will adjust that. I apologise. That is quite annoying. I can't even find comments to read, or not as many as I'd like. So apologies. Golds and silvers are harder to pick up though, yeah, because there's like loads of them, but the blues, they always fall in 2 separate directions. So 2 go one way and 2 go the other, and if you're being shot at the time, you have to be quick. So it's like golds and silvers, they kind of all fall together. Let's get this lift moving back just in case we need it. Is there another one? Nope, we're good. We are going to leave it here after this level, guys, so we still got a bit more, but if you've got any more questions, get them in. Where can I buy the deluxe edition for PC? It's not on Steam. There's no physical copies, which I think is stupid. Look, I know we're moving into an era where I suppose one day there will be no physical copies of games, but why make an edition with a physical bonus, whether it's just a very basic Farm Boy loop that most people have. I have it, alright, I don't have the blue milk carton or the blue milk around his mouth piece, but I still have it, regardless. I know it's very small, very minor, but why make that and then say, yeah, but if you play PC, you can't have it? Just don't make a physical bonus then. I mean, God, if Lego isn't physical, how do we build it? Do we imagine building like Lego online on a computer? I suppose people can do that when they're designing the sets, but imagine no more physical Lego sets. We build them digitally. That'd be so boring. I know that's never going to happen. We were originally talking about games, but imagine things go to that level of digital. That would be awful in every way. I'm not sure how Lego Star Wars will be bigger than every game like Lego Dimensions. That game had over 1050 bricks, yet Star Wars is having 950. That's as of the time though we last saw it. You don't know what could have happened since then. And it could be bigger in other elements. We just don't know yet. That's the beauty of it. But soon we will. It's amazing how the info has been, because it's 952, isn't it? It's not 950. I know it's vague, but I thought when there was like 952 Kyber bricks, why not just make it 1,000? But maybe, look, I'd rather have 952 well-placed Kyber bricks than stretch it out on purpose and just not be worth it. So it's fine by me if that's the way they're gonna do it. Can we make it over there? I mean, Qui-Gon can get up here, right? Is there stairs? I don't think there is, actually. Yeah, they're stuck, because if there was stairs, they'd be coming up. Alright, I don't know if we can make this jump, but even if we can, we're having one go. Okay, I'm not too fussed about making it. We'll come back. VR Lego building. I don't mind the advancements of technology. It makes a lot of things easier, but I hope one day that never happens, where we build Lego digitally. I get, once again, if you're a designer and you're making the set for the customer, you probably do design it online. Maybe not all of them do, but I expect that's done. But one day, the first ever digital Lego set. I don't care if it's physical or digital. I love Lego. I love, like I was saying earlier, I just got my first UCS set this week. After I've loved Lego all my life and I've never got a UCS. And it's been one of the best, I've not finished it yet, but it's like one of the best experiences in terms of Lego I've ever had. Just so fun. If it was digital, it would have ruined everything. It would not have been fun at all. And the funny thing is, I keep moaning about this, like I'm the one who pointed it out. This isn't even happening, so let's move on. Let's answer questions. This isn't happening. Hopefully never. Let's not give them any ideas. I've never known myself moan about something that's not even happening. You have no more questions. Also, you have a good day. Same to you, Neon. Thank you for stopping by. If you'll go, I can't tell if that means you're going or not, but thank you either way. It's been a good stream. Whatever happens, Game Wars, like I said, I don't think it's going to happen. But either way, it's been nice lately because we've been getting tiny little things and it feels like we've not been forgotten. So it's a win either way. It's fun, and hopefully tomorrow or sometime this week I've got a new clip to share with you all. We can hope. We're 3 likes off 100, guys, so let me know if you get that 100th like in the chat. Would appreciate it. And I always used to shout out the person that got the 100th like. It's not that I don't like doing that, but I feel like everybody just says they got it. So, shout out to everyone for liking in general. At the end of the day, doesn't matter if you're the 57th or the 100th. Every like counts. Every dislike, unfortunately. What did YouTube do there? Disgraceful. The dislike button is there. I can see, well, not now, I can't. I'd have to go into Studio, which is not something I tend to do. I don't go checking, like, how many people have disliked, or usually even how many people have liked. But YouTube stupidly got rid of the dislike button. You know what the worst part about removing the dislike button was? When you're going on a tutorial, you don't know if the tutorial's good or not because you can't see the you can't see the dislikes. It is beyond me. But we know why they've done it. They've told us to help small creators. I feel like it's to help corporations. I think a lot of people feel that way, but what a disaster. So, you know, I always try to make clear, at least, if you don't like the content, you are, even now, with no dislike button, still free to dislike the video. Unfortunately, I'm probably just not going to end up seeing it because I don't go checking these things. Maybe I should start doing that. What if we haven't liked? That's fine. That's all good. That's all good. How much will the deluxe cost? I believe it's £60 UK and 70 US. Or it might be 70 UK, 80 US. George Lucas had remade some of the Star Wars games several times. What version of the films will they use? As George Lucas has remade some of the Star Wars games several times, what version of the films will they use for the game 2004 for the trilogy? Wait, I don't understand what you mean. Am I reading this wrong? What Star Wars games has he remade several times? I'm not actually too sure what you mean, Dan, but try and maybe reword it. I don't even know half of those are Super A. I don't really know who any of them are, to be honest. I doubt it. If I don't know who they are, I doubt they're going to be in the game. It's mainly going to be Star Wars characters, man. So it's like Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, not... That is Dimensions, like everything, right? I've never played LEGO Dimensions. The one thing I'm hoping to start, every time when I start it, something else takes up my time, but I want to get playing the LEGO Marvel games on the second channel because I love LEGO, but I've only really liked like LEGO Star Wars. Liked the LEGO Minecraft in the early days, like the mini sets. I have all of them actually, but I don't like the newer stuff they do for Minecraft. But I never really, I suppose because I was never really into Marvel. I'm still not the biggest Marvel fan, but I respect it. I like Spider-Man a lot. Excited to see that in a few weeks. On my Android phone, I have the YouTube app, YouTube Music app, and YouTube Studio. Right? That's great, Dan. I don't know. I feel like I keep missing a deeper meaning to your comments or something. Are we going to be able to reach that? No, we need Jar Jar. Wait, let's try the attack thing. Yep, it works. I saw a short on that the other day, and Tyler mentioned it today, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't know about it beforehand. So I can't get the deluxe edition for PC digitally. There'll probably be a deluxe edition, but it's so there are two versions of the deluxe edition. There's the physical and there's the digital. The digital doesn't include the Luke minifigure, but I don't know if there is one for PC because they really don't say what's going on with PC. That's the thing. There's no way to pre-order it. You can't order it in a shop for PC. It's a disaster, and it's unfair on PC players. Bounty hunter for this. Right, another successful mission, to be fair. Oh, I missed the blue, who cares? Right. Oh, you click on YouTube Rewind now, and like the one from, what's the one that got bombed? Is it 2019? 2018, I think. I think it's the 2018 one. And it's got like 3 million likes, can't see the dislikes. So anyone who's new to YouTube, maybe it's their first few years on YouTube for whatever reason, they're thinking, oh, this YouTube Rewind video's done really well. 3 million likes? Can't see the dislikes, but there's probably not many on there. Only to later find out there's like 20 million or something. It's so annoying. So annoying they've removed it. I remember when I first started my channel, and I told a few of my friends, and they'd like dislike my account, dislike my videos of a few accounts on purpose. That's probably really annoying. I mean, I remember finding it annoying. But the thing is, the vast majority aren't people with who are going to do. You've got to build your audience from somewhere. You've got to learn to override it in a way. If your videos aren't doing well, they're getting disliked. You got to do better. But you got to learn to. I've just started the next level. I need to get off this. You got to earn that respect. You can't just expect to get all likes. You can't expect to get no dislikes either. You're gonna get some. This channel's original success came off a video that got more dislikes than likes. You just gotta take it. I don't like the decision at all. And I don't like how I've started this next mission. I'm gonna have to quit. We're gonna buy some characters before I end. Now I've got to watch Watto in a cutscene. Of all people, Watto. Of all people, Watto. I think you can get the deluxe edition for PC digitally, but don't hold me to that. I'll know for the next stream. But there's really not much info on PC orders. All we know is it does exist digitally. I just don't know if there's a deluxe. But I would suspect there is, because it's not going to be a case of the packs don't exist for PC. So I would suspect very much likely there is. Do you think an explorable Jabba's Palace will have the hangar bay where he keeps a sail barge? Yeah, I think so. They incorporated it into the Clone Wars game, so I wouldn't see any reason why not. Shark, you love Lego Star Wars. Oh, so do I. If you love Lego Star Wars, this is probably the place to be, my friend. I love Lego Star Wars. I absolutely love Lego Star Wars. Don't know if I've said this, probably have many times. But, like, this outweighs any hype I ever had for Battlefront. Like, not that it makes it sound like I didn't like Battlefront, I did, but Lego Star Wars over everything. I think that's the first video I made about Lego Star Wars. You can find it on the Lego Star Wars playlist. Lego Star Wars over everything, over any Star Wars game, over any game. I don't care. The memories, the nostalgia, just the mechanics. It's just an incredible series of games. Even The Force Awakens, which I liked a lot more second time round. Right, I don't think we're going to waste too much time on any of those. Gold bricks. We'll save for now. We'll buy all the characters. 4.7. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to end it there, guys. Like it if you enjoy. Still dislike if you haven't after my rant about the dislike button. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you, Dan, Shark, Super Tyler. Nightbot has blocked out me seeing anyone else in the chat, so I will sort that for the next stream. Jacob as well. See you there. You're late. There's always one guy. I'm not calling you, by the way. I'm just saying. There's always one guy that joins just as I'm about to finish, and I feel really bad. I never get through any stream where someone doesn't join when I'm about to end. Latest news on the game, though, Jacob. I checked my latest video for the Han Solo clip. The latest video, I think it was 4 or 5 days ago. Check out that one, but we're looking at a new Han Solo clip. We're looking at crazy game size updates, which you should not believe because people are showing all different ones, so don't believe any of those. And that's about it. Tyler Wakefield as well, I see you there. See you later, Tyler Matthews as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Do hope you enjoyed. I will see you hopefully Game Awards, unless it's just not looking likely.